Hey, good morning. This is Diary of a Coach, episode 50. I am proud of how far we have come, and I thank everyone who has joined me on this resourceful journey for the last 50 days. Every day in the last 50 days, we have shot an episode of Diary of a Coach. Today's episode is titled, What is Your Pre-Plan Strategy? I love coffee. I take coffee a lot. I am grateful to the producers of 3-in-1 coffee. You know, when we were growing up, we would buy Nescafe in a container and we would fetch it, put it in a cup, in a teacup. Of course, it used to be the big cups, not this Oyibo teacup. Normal, say you drink tea kind of cup. So we fetch it. We would fetch sugar and put liquid, the evaporated milk. We didn't used to use powdered milk. I think then when I was growing up, there wasn't powdered milk. There was just the peak evaporated milk. So we would turn it into the tea and stir it, and we would have our tea. You have to taste sugar, add a bit of sugar. The milk looks too bright, add a bit of coffee. Or the milk looks too dull, add more milk so it looks brighter, depending on what your taste is. And then I grew up and voila, Nescafe decided to make 3-in-1 coffee. And 3-in-1 coffee just turned out to be the bomb. Just buy, cut, turn, put your water, stir, bam, finish. I don't know how they got the perfect combination for people like me. So it saved me a lot of time. I completely did not need to be measuring and calculating and tasting and pre-tasting and post-tasting. It just worked. So yesterday, it just occurred to me that there is a lot of time saved if the pre-planning has been sorted. No wonder Abraham Lincoln said, if I'm given 8 hours to cut down a tree, I will spend the first 6 hours sharpening my axe. Made a lot of sense to me. Pre-planning accelerates execution. If you have done your homework in advance, the work itself becomes a walk away. I mean, you have a professional exam. If you have done your pre-planning, studying previous examination questions, if you have access to them, practicing, relating with people in the industry to understand how the application of those topics would play out, it's going to be like a walkover for you. You want to start a business, don't just jump into the business. You need to intern with someone in the business. You need to learn from someone already in the business. You need to volunteer with someone in the business. You need to even maybe work with someone in the business. That's how to sharpen your axe. That's how to understand how these things work. Business and work is not just the technicality. There is the people management side. There is the negotiation part. There is the pricing. There is the costing. There is the logistics of it. There is the political angle to it. There are so many angles to business that is not just I love to bake. I love to talk. I love to write. I know how to make dresses. I know how to make or repair cars. Oh, it goes beyond that. There is always something that you could have prepared for, way ahead of doing the main thing you really want to do. So some of you, for instance, you want to write a book and you're already saying, oh, who is going to edit my book for me? Hey, who is going to print my book for me? Hey, I want to print 1,000 copies. You have not even understood how do I sequence the curriculum or the table of contents. What is the outcome of the book, Seth? What exactly is the theme of the book? What would this book, what will people experience from going through the book? And how do I want to sequence the flow? How do I want to project the book? How do I want people to think as they are reading the book? Because they are going into the recesses of your mind. So book writing is not just to sit down and scribble notes and send it to a publisher. No. The same thing about training. Oh, I want to be a trainer. You don't ask yourself, when I'm done speaking or training, what do I want the people in the audience to remember from the session? These are questions to ask. Pre-planning is key. So to understand how this works, you need to remember the following things. For anything you want to do in life, remember first and foremost that what is the ultimate outcome from this thing, this effort, this task, this responsibility, this ambition, this dream, this goal. What is the ultimate outcome? At the end of the day, what should someone who has had contact with what I have done, what should they think, feel, and do? What should they think, feel, and do? TFA. A is action, which is doing. So if you can ask yourself, when anyone comes in contact with my content or my platform or my idea or my brand, what should they think, feel, and do? If you can articulate the answers, then it will give you an idea what you should prepare for. Now, let me quickly show you something. There's what we call the goals, factors, attitude process. Goals, factors, attitudes process. And I'd like you to write it if you can hear me. First and foremost, for everything you want to do, it is a goal. It means that I have a desire to do something. I have a desire to write a book. I have a desire to hold a WhatsApp class. I have a desire to hold a workshop. I have a desire to bake cakes. I have a desire to make clothes. I have a desire to go for a further study. I have a desire for anything you want to do is a goal. Now, for every goal, there are positive and negative factors that will either enhance the goal or threaten the goal. For every goal, there are factors that will either enhance the goal or threaten the goal. Enhancing the goal means that factor would be a boost to achieving the goal. Threatening the goal means that factor would make you not achieve the goal. You need to articulate what are the factors that govern this goal. A typical example, you want to write a book, but you know that your ability to write proper grammar, your spelling, your sentencing, your sequencing, your syntax are usually a challenge. That is a factor that will threaten writing a good book. You know that you like to bake cakes, but you are impatient. So when it comes to the finishing, you're not patient enough to write legibly and design the icing to be aesthetically sound and beautiful. That is a factor. You need to determine what are the factors that would either make me succeed or make me fail. When you have determined the factors, the last thing to do is to ask yourself, what is my attitude to each factor? An attitude in this case means, what is my response to each factor? How should I handle the factors that will threaten my goal? And how should I handle the factors that enhance my goal? Do you know that sometimes factors that enhance your goal can become a problem? Yes. Let me give you an example. Last night I was querying my daughter. She has CA to write this morning. And apparently she left her books in school on Friday. And I was asking her, why did you leave your books in school? She said, I forgot. And later I looked at her, I said, Sharon, you know the challenge you have. You just believe that, me, I'm smart. Shebi is CA. I will pass. Sharon last night reminded me of me. Because way back when I was growing up, if I just was in class, I would smash the subject. I didn't need to read. I had a problem reading academic books because I was always going to pass anyway. And it affected me in senior secondary school because that attitude of, nothing they happen, I go pass. I started to drop in my scores. It probably also affected me in the university. That's why probably I didn't come out with a 2-1 because I just felt, reading, why am I going to kill myself to read when I know it? That is knowing something, smartness It's supposed to be a factor that would enhance the goal, but it became a problem because you took it for granted, you compromised, or you became complacent. So factors are key. It's important to know the factors and know the attitude that can help you so that you will achieve this goal. So don't take anything for granted. I'm going to stop at this point. I love this topic, and I want you to remember, pre-planning will save your life. Don't take your strengths for granted, and don't wish away your weaknesses. And please don't forget, I love you guys for joining my video. Thank you, Dr. Kingsley Okonoda, for joining my video. Thank you, Awolowo Ogunwa, for joining my video. Steve Igbokwe, thank you for joining. Jael Ogundeko, thank you. You said it works perfectly for you. I will try. Today I had to shoot an earlier video because I'm on my way to catch my flight at the airport. I'm heading to Coca-Cola's workshop, annual workshop, and I'm a facilitator, so I needed to shoot an earlier video. So, but I can't promise it to be 7:30 every time. Let's see how it goes. But my official time for Diary of a Coach is 8:30 a.m. Though, thank you for joining. Odo says it's too early. Haha. Banke, thank you for joining. Jumoke, thank you for joining the Health Plays. Stella Onwoche, thank you for joining. Mercedes, Mercurial Mercedes, thank you for joining. Bill Hart Ojog, thank you for joining. Christian Nkem Oji, thank you for joining. Kemi Abolarin, thank you for joining. Idenyi, we day here, thank you for joining, bro. Othman Abdul Rashid, thank you for joining. Appreciate. Idenyi says, Coach Sam took a lot of people by surprise. Many were waiting for 8:30. This gift-giving episode is loaded. Thank you, sir. I needed to do it earlier than normal. Appreciate. Othman says, I did this table. Ha ha ha. Biha said, all you said is for me. Yes, all I have said is for all of us. So go and flourish. Meanwhile, I have 3 prizes for only the people that are online. So if I have called your name so far, it means you are entitled to a prize. I'm going to give my most consistent people a prize. I know that I have, out of 50 episodes, I know that the only people online so far that I can recognize have been consistent. I have Do, I have Steve Igokwe, I have Banke, and Idenyi. Idenyi already has a prize from me, he knows it. So I'm going to give Banke Karunwi a copy of From Pain to Purpose by Bashirat Abdul Wahab. That's a free gift to Banke. So say thank you for joining my video always. Steve Igokwe, you're going to get a free throw pillow from Do Safsa as your own gift for always joining my episodes. So I'm going to make sure I connect you guys with the givers of these gifts. If you're outside the town where the giver of the gifts are, you may have to pay for transportation. But getting the gift itself, it is absolutely free. So Banke has a free copy of a book, From Pain to Purpose. Steve has a copy of the Throw Pillows. Do has a free copy of the book, From Pain to Purpose. And Princess Do, welcome online to my video. Steve, you already have a gift, so don't worry. Your name is inconsequential. The last gift. Okay, so the givers of the gift, I need to celebrate them. Bashirat Abdul Wahab gave us 2 free copies of From Pain to Purpose book. Do Safsa gave us a free customized throw pillow, which Steve Igokwe is going to enjoy. And then my very good friend way back from the university, Dolakbo Agbede, has given us a free counseling offer to any 3 people that know a person that has a terminal sickness or terminal crisis, or if you are the person. So I'm going to make that open. If you know you need free medical counsel for any challenging or life-threatening illness, please come to me privately. Now, this is open to anyone, anywhere, irrespective of when you hear or watch this video, but only 3 slots are available. Once they are taken, they are gone. So 3 slots, reach me privately, and then I'll connect you to Dolakbo Agbede. Thank you to my gift givers. This is episode 50 of Diary of a Coach. If you have not shared this video, you owe me something. Please share this video. I love you and I appreciate. Thank you so much and have a wonderful week. God bless you.